Good evening. Boy, we had some really good spirited work tonight. We chose tonight as an opportunity to give us a mock game, if you will, in a road venue. We were the visiting team. We came through the visiting tunnel. We were on the visiting sideline. It was a good atmosphere to get better. We had some live special teams periods. I think that's important in order to give these guys an opportunity to show what they're capable of in that area and evaluate them. Let's be honest. That's the most significant area of needed evaluation as you fill out your roster. And so it was really good to give guys an opportunity, some young and new to us, to show what they're capable of and their ability to execute with great detail in that area. On offense and defense, on scrimmage plays, man, really focused on in-game-like things, play clock and formational things, situational ball, areas of the field. We'll continue to work and grow in terms of our understanding so we can execute in those moments. The rules are somewhat different. Things happen faster and so forth in situational ball, and so we want to pay respect to that through preparation. From an injury standpoint, David DeCastro got injured in the practice. He's in the process of being evaluated. I have some information for you guys, I'd imagine, the next time we get together. Other than that, not a lot to report. Guys continuing to work their way back, guys that have missed time in what could be described as day-to-day like things. It was good to get Kevin Dotson back out there, a young guy who's missed some time, for example. And such is life this time of year. And we're excited about getting as many back here over the course of the next couple of days as we study the tape and the players get a day off. Hopefully that gives us good trajectory from a participation standpoint as we get into next week. And, man, it's time to start leaning in on this in a big way as this process begins to come to a close, and we need to narrow our focus on game preparation. So big night for us. Good to get it in some inclement weather. That's a part of the game. We play an outside game. Ball security and things of that nature were tested tonight, and it was a good atmosphere from that perspective. Be happy to address any questions.
First one, Dale Lawley. Dale, go ahead.
Mike, you chose the moment before practice to talk about social injustice and how your team is going to stay united with this thing. Any further plans or what ideas of what you're going to do in terms of perhaps implementing some change?
Like I stated yesterday, and like we stated before, we have social justice committees that are actively engaged in processes that we're going to participate in, voter registration, police education and understanding, and meetings with those guys, other things that put us out in the community. But tonight, more than anything, we wanted to take the small platform that we have, as small as it is, just as a scrimmage, but to state that we stand united with those that are suffering, and we see them and hear them, and regardless of our privilege, we're sensitive to the hurt and pain and the struggle that's going on around us.
Next up, Brooke Breyer. Brooke, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, more on that statement that you guys made. I was just curious how it came together. Was that something that the team kind of wrote together and had you address? Did you have any extra meetings to figure out exactly what you wanted to say and how you wanted to use that platform tonight?
Yeah, we meet routinely with the Social Justice Committee. We met informally this morning. We thought the scrimmage was an opportunity to make a statement. We felt like a statement was needed. Given the platform, although it was a small one, we thought it was very necessary that we make the statement that we made. I was chosen to represent the thoughts and feelings of the men, and I did so humbly.
Mark Boley. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, you mentioned Dotson. I know you probably didn't get a good vantage point from where you were about him, but how difficult is it for a guy that didn't get the ramp up to going straight to a scrimmage to get out there and put a number of snaps in like he did?
Well, he's been a part of us, and he has participated quite a bit through this process. He's just missed a lot of padded work, and hopefully that exposure has been helpful to him. Also, during the time that he was down, he hasn't missed any meetings or mental preparation. So I'm sure there's an adjustment. It's probably more of an adjustment given the fact that he has very little resume to speak of, but such is life, things he has to deal with. We'll work hard to give him opportunities to catch up and to display his understanding.
Next up, Brian Batko. Brian, go ahead.
Yeah, Mike, we saw a run from Benny Snell tonight where he got to the corner pretty quick and then kind of shrugged a guy off, sort of ran through someone to finish it off. Is that just him basically taking what you've seen from him in those open field backs on backers competitive periods that you like so much?
It is, and really that's a snapshot of what we want to see from everyone. You know, we want to do drills that are football-like, where we get an opportunity to work on certain aspects of play and display certain skills, but it's only relevant if they can take those skills and talents to 11-on-11 football. And so we sharpen our sword in the drill work, and we display what we learned or what we're capable of in 11-on-11 action. And that's just an example of it. Benny showing those talents in drill work, but it's showing up more importantly on the 11-on-11 stage.
Next up, Ray Fittipaldo. Ray, go ahead.
Mike, are you getting close to naming a starting right tackle? And how much should we read who was in there tonight with the ones?
You know, I don't know that we're, really have intentions of doing so. Obviously, we have to sort it out by game time, but there is no timetable from my perspective in terms of naming the right tackle.
Follow-up question from Mark Caboli. Mark, go ahead.
Hey, Mike, I'm just curious, with the weather, was there anything that you had to scratch that you might have wanted to see, or maybe the first teamers getting, holding them back a little bit because of the weather?
No, we didn't run away from the weather. As a matter of fact, we embraced the weather. We need to be a team that takes care of the ball and hunts the ball regardless of circumstance, and inclement weather is a great opportunity to focus on those two skill sets.
All right. Thank you, Coach.